I really hope that you were able to learn a bunch of new techniques through our entire design process, from discussing the design and then sketching and finalizing the entire composition in Photoshop. So in this video, we're gonna make a quick final discussion of the entire design. Almost like the quick check before we present the design to the client and need to pretty much sell our client on the idea of the design. What I personally really like about the composition is, especially if you see it in the preview for the back piece, is this, I would say, dirt that the entire design is made out of 3 parts. And I think personally that 3 is a great number for designing because it creates this uneven tension. I believe that sometimes even numbers are just a tiny bit too boring. So in my compositions, I always try to put everything in 3 pieces, or at least stick to the rule of the golden ratio. From the overall story I can see in this entire design is exactly how we discussed it at the beginning, that the meditator here in this picture, who has a very neutral lotus pose, creates a lot of emphasis by the negative space of the triangle on the lotus. And what we really wanted to achieve is the contrast, because the body of the human body in the background is more on the lighter and the more bleached side, and the lotus we put in a bit more contrast. And when we tattoo the design, we also want to emphasize that a bit. I'm also very happy about the composition we found for the birds, because the entire arrangement of the birds almost reminds me of like a square or a cube itself. So it has like this like little hint to geometry and something unnatural, because you would never see like 5 birds flying in different directions in the same body position. So there's this little bit of, I would say, unnatural feel to it, but in a very ordered way. And I think that creates a nice nuance to the entire design concept, just to round everything up and bring it more into this like technology and geometry and something like modern, more science and sci-fi-ish. I believe that using the triangle on the bottom part of the composition creates just this like extra weight we needed. As you can see, like naturally extends the shape of the overall triangle we used in the composition, which works, as you can see, very nicely for a back piece, like the big triangle shape. And then the fade out by using this kind of circuit board just creates this tiny bit of unexpected surprise. It's kind of something you would normally not see in a, I would say, meditation and self-work related artwork piece. I usually think about the classics of like Buddhas and like some like, you know, the typical mandalas. But in this composition, I think we really captured the essence and kept still the entire composition very neutral. I think this is a composition either a guy or a girl could get tattooed, because on both this composition would look fantastic on the body. As you can see here, it's one more of the bigger pieces. It will kind of extend a bit of the neck. I don't even think nowadays it's such big of a deal if tattoos extend a little bit into the visible area, because I know many people who have all kinds of professions, from doctors, police officers, firefighters, big business owners. Trust me, they have all tattoos. Just many people don't want to admit to it when they're at their workspace. So I think it will be okay with the client to just extend the tattoo a bit over the neck area, and I think it will create this like nice shine and almost like a hint of spiking out, like, hey, there is something bigger, there's an alter ego, there's like, this is the true me, how I look like. But you can see just a little peek of it, and that's why I think it's a cool idea to actually extend the tattoo in this area. And I really look forward how to actually sell the design to the client, because as a designer, tattoo artist in general, it is such a crucial skill to know how to convince somebody, or being the professional. I'm not talking about that you should talk somebody into something. It's more so like most clients, they're just afraid. It's a big decision getting a tattoo. It will be a big change for their life, and they're just so insecure. And if you as the artist are not able to take your client on the hand and lead him or her through the steps, yes, they will probably get cold feet, change a lot about the tattoo design, which will end up with a lot of stress and hustle for you, and I would say a compromised result for the client, because you're the professional. You should know what is the best decision in visual aspect. We're not talking about taste here. And this is the case you need to make to your client, because your client doesn't understand. If you don't tell the client the story of the design, then how should he or she know and trust you?